The day has come. It is finally time to work on this beautiful Liberty silk that has been in my stash for over 3 months. She's beautiful, she's precious, she's gorgeous, and she's probably going to become my wedding guest outfit of 2023. You heard me right, I'm gonna make a wedding guest outfit. That is for me personally, of course. The dress you could wear anywhere for any occasion, but for me, it's gonna be the dress that I'm gonna wear to a big family wedding that's gonna happen this year. And it's especially important that I look good because these pictures are gonna live on forevermore. My children's children are probably gonna see them at some point. So I wanna make sure I look all right. I saved this beautiful, very expensive silk for this dress because I think she's just right. She has a beautiful color. She has a beautiful, timeless, I would say, design. It's floral, but not too much, still a little bit abstract, and she calls for a simple dress. I hope that I will be able to share this pattern with you in some way or another, but it's not gonna be easy because I don't do easy, apparently. This pattern will have to be draped on my mannequin, which is something I haven't done in ages. I usually, if you know me, flat pattern my patterns. I flat draft them on paper, but not this time. I will have to drape the dress on the mannequin because the top of it is not something that is so easily figure outable on paper. Let me show you what I mean. So this is the inspiration for the dress. I really love this neck halter situation. This is a type of design that I know works really well for my body type. I know that I look good in that type of silhouette. So this is going to be the starting point for today's design. Today's aim of this video is that I am going to start to figure out how to make this pattern, and I'm going to start by finding some old fabric that kind of behaves something like the silk, and I'm going to start draping it onto the mannequin. So let's go. Oh my god, you guys, my phone just turned crazy, and I looked at it and it was the UK government emergency alert test thing. Oh my god, my heart just dropped in my pants. That was not nice. Okay, back to what I was just doing. Let me show you the squares that I just cut that I'm gonna use to draft this on the mannequin. Alright, so these are the squares that I'm gonna start out with. So we have one square that is about 66 by 93. The 93 is arbitrary, I'm gonna shorten that later. So the idea for this piece is that I'm gonna turn it over like that. So we have a nice corner on the top, so basically we don't need to line the dress. This is just going to be the one piece that we're going to use. So these two things are going to be the strap that is going to go around the neck, and then this piece is the back. Same with this one, we're going to turn it over like that, and the back is going to be very low is my idea for now. So these are the pieces that I'm going to start out with. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to baste these so that they stay in position. These ones, same with this, and these I'm going to turn around immediately so I have a nice shawl that I can use for the next. Let's go. Okay, so now I have a couple of these strips that I was talking about. The first one is the neck strip, which unfortunately does have a seam in here, but that I could easily change that. It's useful though because now I know what the center point is. So I'm gonna lay this onto my mannequin like this, and then I'm going to fixate the two strips here in the back so I can easily drape everything in the front. So this is now secure. I'm letting it drop a little bit lower for now to see what it looks like. Then this is the back. I'm going to put that to the side for now. This is the front piece. So the front piece is this tube here, which is 33 centimeters in height, which is what I need to cover my torso. I decided to hide the seam in the middle of the inside. That's the inside. And now I'm going to use this to kind of try and work something out. So if I put this in here in the middle, I'll let it drop down so it's flush and centered. Then I try to find the top. Okay, so this is definitely too low. I want to shorten this a little bit. Okay, so up, 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 maybe like that. That's better. And now I'm gonna try and find the crease of where I ironed, and I'm gonna start by pinning the size just here. One, and great. Okay, so this is pinned down, and now I can do the same thing with these inside pieces. And the question is, do I want a keyhole moment here where I pull it apart like this, or do I want to put it together? I'll put it together. Okay, so this might be a good starting point. And now I can pin everything and fold it. What do we think? Doesn't look so bad, does it? Okay, now scissors. Okay, so okay, so we have ourselves a top. If I sew this together now, I could probably put it on, it would be all right. But the thing is, I need to be able to replicate this somehow, right? Because I want to make a pattern out of this. So the question is, do I first sew it together, try it on, see if it works, and then take it apart? Or do I first take it apart, copy the pattern pieces, and then try it on? I mean, me saying it out loud now kind of makes me think that I should probably sew it together first, try it on, see if it works. And if it does work, I take it apart and then copy the pattern pieces, because if I copy the pattern pieces first and then put it back together, put it on and it doesn't work, then I did that all in vain. So probably better to sew it together first, I think. Let me know in the comments. Does any of you usually drape their dresses on a mannequin? If you do and you have tips for me, please leave them in the comments. I would really be keen to hear them. Alright, so this is the situation right now. When I pull this all the way down where it would be if the skirt would hold it, it would still be too short. But we can see the concept is there somewhat. So if that was a skirt, then all of this would lie way more neatly, of course, because it would be pulled down. At the moment there's nothing here, so it's a bit hard to test the concept. The question now is, do I attach a skirt to make it work? Yeah, that's the question. So I like it, just generally. I think it looks cute. Do I think this is the way this normally works? Not really. I kind of feel like there would be a U shape in here, in this pattern piece, that kind of like allows all of this to lie a little bit more flat and a little bit more composed. Because right now there's just a lot of fabric and it makes it look, I mean, it still looks cool, but I feel like if there was a U shape in here, there would be less bulk in this area, is just what I'm trying to say. I think regardless, I'm gonna just go ahead and attach a circle skirt to this, because I think it just gives me a better feeling of what I'm working with. And then I can also go ahead and work a little bit on the side closure. Generally speaking, I feel like I'm on the right track. It's just too short, like I said. And that is because the torso of my mannequin is just much shorter than my own. Yeah, I think it calls for circle skirt. So I think we can really park this version of this dress under research. I don't think that this is eventually going to be wearable. This is truly a mock-up, and a not very good one at that, I have to say. I mean, everything works except this part, which is the main problem that I'm trying to solve in this. So I think there are multiple problems with this. First of all, torso is too short, the dress is too short for my torso. That's the first issue I'm having. This should sit basically here. This is like a good 5 centimeters too short. The front is not so bad. I think what I said earlier, with there being a U in here, that would allow this to be less bulky. I think that's kind of the way to go, is my thinking right now. So I think what I'm gonna do next is I'll take all of this apart once more, and then I investigate this piece, and actually once I open it up and I see the general shape of it, maybe I can flat pattern it and have a bit of a play with it. Side note, I really like this red on me. Who knew? This is not a very nice quality fabric. This is why I used it for this toile, for this mock-up. For the dress eventually, I'm also thinking that I probably will want the skirt to be longer. Right now it just reaches my knees. I will probably want it to be like ankle length to make it more elegant, and to use the maximum amount of fabric of the silk that I have, because it was expensive, so I want to make sure I use most of it. Yeah, those are my thoughts right now. Way too short of a torso, but generally speaking, I think the style of it is really cute. What do you think? Yay, that was the solution. I cut a bunch like away from that piece. I don't know how to explain it really. Now it lengthened this part, which is exactly what I needed it to do. And then also I need to just extend the sides here. And then we have a working pattern. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? So happy with this. I think I can take it from here. This is what our pattern piece looks like right now. Okay, so now I have a flat pattern piece that kind of follows some sort of logic. This here is our center front, and this is at the moment 33 centimeters long for me, which kind of like hits the mark from like my collarbone down to where my waist is. I extended the side from 12 centimeters to 16, which hopefully should make much more sense. And this is our waist, and the waist for a size medium is 72, means it should be 36 on the half, meaning 18 on the quarter, but we're gonna add 2 centimeters. So we have a 2 centimeter overlap here in front, so we don't have like a gap in the front, and we can make sure that we can overlap the 2 sides with each other and everybody feels safe and secure, because I decided I don't want to have a keyhole moment here. So that's kind of my thinking right now. Yeah, I mean that's kind of one half of the front pattern piece. The question is, how would that look on a PDF pattern? I probably would want to mirror this to the other side and make it one big piece, because we want this to be on the fold. This section here should be on the fold. When you cut it, you can just fold it over and you have a nice clean finish along the neckline. I think that's the most important thing. So this is one piece. I can cut that now. So the back. Alright, really happy with the progress that I made for this dress, for the bodice, and I think I'm gonna call it a day today. Next time I'm seeing you, I will probably go and try to find some more fabric that I can use for a second mock-up and maybe make it a wearable toile. That would be ideal. Something cheap, something flowy, something that kind of emulates the behavior of the silk that I'm eventually going to use. And then once I've made that mock-up, we can continue with trying to make this into a pattern. Yeah, that's the plan. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, leave a like. Always love chatting to you in the comments. So see you next time.